Now, power outages remain a concern. There are some communities in Johannesburg that are more often than not left in the dark. The outages are suspected to be caused by cable theft. Now, in Newlands, a man is said to have been killed trying to steal cables from unprotected substation. eNCA's Lee McCabe is following that story for us and joins us live. Lee, you were on the ground a bit earlier. What's behind some of these power outages?
Well, if you live in Johannesburg, you'd have noticed that over the past week, there's been a substantial increase in the number of occurrences of power outages. And this led us to think, okay, there must be more to this. So we went out in the street and we went to some of the affected areas, but we started with the horse's mouth and we wanted to hear from City Power what is going on. Let's hear from City Power what they say is the key reason for the recent increase in power outages across the city.
And then what exactly were they saying?
You are right. This past week we were really responding mostly to issues of vandalism of our infrastructure and also cable thefts. It's something that has been going on for some time, and the incident that we are talking about, that's where one person was killed when the transformer substation blew up. They were trying to fiddle with it. We don't know whether they were trying to steal in there, but the switches blew up and then one person was killed. Another one, the last time we checked, was badly injured in hospital, and another one ran away. So these are some of the problems that we really are encountering in those areas that you mentioned. Even Malberton, we had a situation where cables were stolen, and we are basically struggling with this issue of cable theft, even though there is some positives in terms of the arrests that we've seen happening, like I mentioned, with the support of the communities, but also with the support of the SAPS and also JMPD that have been doing the patrols with our security.
Now, cable theft is clearly a big problem. But what are the effects of outages on those affected communities?
Well, let's start and take a look at a community like Newlands. Newlands has got, unfortunately, a history of drug abuse, and there's a high number of addicts in that area. Social economic problems create an environment where a mini substation provides an opportunity not only for shelter, but also for income. And what happened in the case of the scenario that happened last week, a tragic circumstance where a young man decided to touch the cables or tried to steal the cables themselves. And this is unfortunately what happened. But let's speak to the community themselves as they tell you what is the biggest problem that the community of Newlands faces when it comes to cable theft.
So Monday afternoon, there has been an explosion. There were 3 guys apparently. We're not sure if they were under the influence or if they were trying to do cable theft. But unfortunately, the house blew up and one of them got trapped in the powerhouse while the other one was out here burning in flames. So that's always been a problem. It's been a recurring problem, not only in Newlands, but in a lot of other areas as well surrounding us. So I'm not sure what are the next steps that's going to be taken after this incident, because it was really horrific, you know, with a whole lot of people standing here and kids here. So yes, it was really bad.